Network. I'm Dan. This is Dare.
What's up?
Dave.
Guess who's back tonight? Caitlin Clark, baby.
Really? What'd she do?
She got hurt. She hurt her quad or something.
Didn't Angel Reese out rebound her points she has scored? Did you see that stat? She's got more rebounds than points. So
There's these dudes on TikTok that do bets every day, and they went 6 for 6 that she would miss her first shot.
Miss her first shot, and
now they lost the last two.
I was gonna say the last two they lost, but I've been keeping up on that.
Yeah.
She has more, I believe, turnovers than field goals made. I believe that's the stat I heard.
She was like 30% or something. That's horrible. Within 5 feet, I think they said.
All right, say something positive about her.
So, how about them Rockies?
So the Colorado Baseball Rockies. That's what I wanted to do. It might be kind of hard off the cuff, but at the end, I want to do a, what's your gripe segment? It could be about anything.
All right.
Baseball could be about driving to work, anything. So think of something while we're doing this.
All right.
But one of mine, I got a lot. I got a whole list of them. Is when they say the New York Football Giants.
Yeah.
They were the New York Baseball Giants in 1954. Can we stop trying to make that distinction? Anyways.
Oh, I didn't know you were thinking that little. I thought you were gonna drop LA Riots or something like that.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
You know what really grinds my gears?
What's tomorrow? Oh, well, how about the Rockies?
Tomorrow's a big day.
Customer's gonna be late to pick up his car because tomorrow he's got stuff to do.
I don't know what's going on.
Peaceful things.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't know what you're talking about. So the Rockies before the Marlins series had 9 wins. They were 9-51.
They keep screwing me. They won't stop.
And they swept the Marlins. That has to be the lowest percentage of win percentage gained after a sweep ever. Did I have the MLB standings up here? Let's see how they're doing over here.
I lost 3 parlays in a row because of
what? They won another game?
Yeah, they just won again. I think it was last night.
At least the Yankees aren't the most recent team that they beat. But yeah, just wanted to throw a little shout out to the Rockies. This was about a week ago, but we missed Wednesday. So Corbin Burns, big signing for the Diamondbacks. Cash or trash, Diamondbacks still make the playoffs after Corbin Burns' Tommy John surgery.
Yeah, this is cash. I mean, their offense is really good.
34-34 right now in a stacked division.
Yeah, I still think this is cash. I mean, they'll be a wild card, but their offense is really good. They got a couple other arms, so they'll be fine.
How many teams make it? Is it 6? Or
2 buys
6?
and then 4, right?
Yeah. So as of right now, they're on the outside looking in. They're competing with Philly, Milwaukee, and then whoever doesn't win this division. So I don't think they're going to make it.
Philly better straighten themselves up. That offense is looking rough right now.
Yeah, the pitching's even worse.
Yeah.
Wade Miley. So a few years ago, Tyler Skaggs, a promising up-and-coming pitcher, overdosed in his hotel room. And Reds pitcher Wade Miley named as one of the drug suppliers.
That's crazy. I came across this and I was like, how did this come back up? Yeah, that's nuts. It's sad.
2019. It was that long ago already?
It's crazy.
But I mean, the dude has probably felt like absolute crap since that point.
Yeah.
He's probably feels guilty about it. So I guess just naming him isn't really.
Wade Miley still play? I haven't heard anything from him in a while. Yeah, probably not. Yeah, it's sad. I mean, they're probably partying and maybe got some wrong stuff, or was he by himself when he died? When he overdosed?
Well, they found him by himself, so
yeah, that's sad. I'd hate to be Wade Miley right now.
Yeah. All right, Darren. I don't think you've seen this. I'll play it. So during warm-ups, guy's throwing down to second, but his pitcher's got some swagger and was strutting off the mound. Whose fault is this?
I was just about to say that.
Bang! Oh,
Who does that though? Exit the mound faster, meathead. If you're gonna turn your head, which a lot of pitchers do, I used to. you exit the mound quickly. You know what I mean? It's kind of a quick 2 steps, and then you kind of stride off.
Yeah.
You don't just sit there walking. What are you doing? Yeah, dotted him, brained him.
And that, when you don't know what's coming, it's so much worse.
Neck jolts, everything. Don't know what the hell just happened.
So, who do you blame for this one? I would say the pitcher probably, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably goes on both, because as the catcher, you got to see the dude's back's turned. I mean, what are you doing?
He just stands there and does nothing. The catcher, he's
like, good thing he had a lot of hair. Maybe cushion it a little bit.
Yeah. But the throw to second's coming.
Yeah.
So
that's what I mean. You should be close to being off the dirt, because right where the rubber is where second base is. So, you know what I mean? Get away from the rubber as quick as you can.
That poor catcher, he's probably used to righties, so he kind of stepped off to the left. And there's his lefty walking right into it.
Yeah, Dodson.
Son of a... And he just crumbles.
Yeah.
Catchers probably throw mid to high.
Oh, I bet
80s. I would imagine. So just
you're talking 52 feet away.
Yeah. And I just want to mention this because of how pathetic it was. The Red Sox drop 6, 10, and 11 in a weekend series at the Yankees. The Red Sox,
who have been absolutely terrible. They're ready. They were talking about firing Cora and everything before the series.
Yeah, they look a lot different without the Apple Watches, don't they?
Yeah. They did bring up their young stud, Roman. Can't think of his last name.
Greg Roman or something like that.
Yeah, he's had a tough start, but he looks like a stud.
You had 27 runs put on you in your own crib by this lineup.
Yeah.
Rob Refsnyder is your 3-hole. What is this?
Yeah.
They have, and this dude, Christian Campbell,
dropped 2. I think he had 2 home runs that one game.
He looks like his make-a-wish was to play for the Red Sox. Too real?
He looks like he's about 165 pounds.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He looks like a little kid. He looks a little bit sickly.
Yeah.
Maybe John Cena got him to, because John Cena's from Massachusetts. Maybe John Cena worked his Make-A-Wish magic. And
how do you lose a game when you get to Crochet early? How do you? I don't know. And they're playing Crochet again tonight. We'll see if they can get to him tonight.
Oh, is it? Yeah, Friday. Yeah. This time at Boston. So there's going to be a lot of trash home runs hit. All right. Aaron Judge leads the world in many, many categories. He's got a higher average than most guys have OBP. But Dave had a stat on, what is WRC plus exactly?
It's weighted runs. It's basically kind of like OPS, sort of. But it's just another stat that they're compiling a bunch of stuff together. But yeah, this was insane to me. Aaron Judge is first, obviously. Cal Raleigh is second, who they're trying to get for MVP and saying he should be MVP. The distance between Aaron Judge stats and Cal Raleigh stats are the same as Cal Raleigh at number 2 and Anthony Volpe at number 70. That is insane.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
WRC plus. So Judge is at 245 to Raleigh's 181. Is that? Yeah.
That's crazy.
My God.
That's just insane. And these guys are actually saying that Cal Raleigh should be MVP.
It's like the Jokic situation.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. It sucks because Cal Raleigh's having career year, but I mean, come on. Dude's
this happens to everyone through the course of history. All those years Barry Bonds was MVP. Yeah. I'm sure there were a ton of guys that were like, oh, they're having the best year of their career.
Sucks for Cal Raleigh, but there's no way.
No.
I mean, at least Jokic and SGA were kind of in the same neighborhood. You know what I mean? Kind of.
Relatively.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Raleigh's in relatively the same neighborhood on some other stats.
Yeah.
But Jokic averaged a triple-double with... I just... we could get into that all day. But, it's just... Judge is having an incredible year, and pending an injury, he'll be the MVP. Yeah, knock on wood.
Because Yankees are done if he gets hurt.
Yeah. So Yankees, did they sweep the Royals?
Yes.
After that embarrassing series against Boston, they come back and sweep the Royals. And Jazz Chisholm has some words from Mikel Garcia.
Well, what happened was, I don't know, a month or so ago, there was a close play at second. He slid into, Garcia slid into Volpe, and Chisholm had some words for him. So this kind of stemmed from that. Chisholm slides into third. Garcia tags him kind of high on the helmet, and then he gets up and he says, if that dude does that again to the umpire, he said, I'm slapping him in the face. So, I mean, little fire going.
Yeah.
Sometimes Jazz's outbursts are obnoxious, but whatever. Maybe give Yankees a little fire.
Stop swinging for the damn fences, though.
Yeah.
Jesus. Have you come around on Bellinger yet?
Yeah.
At the plate.
Yeah.
We all know he's a defensive
Oh, he is
stud.
an absolute stud.
So, I mean, I would wonder if, well, like, who has the higher wins above replacement between Bellinger and Soto right now?
Oh, yeah.
Because if you factor in defense, I mean, it's not even close.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk NBA Finals. So, since we've been here, Halliburton wins with a buzzer beater. 0.3 seconds left. Thunder do what they do and bounce back and absolutely hammer them second game, and then the Pacers win game 3. So we'll throw it to Dare for what game you want to start with.
Yeah, we can start with the first game. I mean, this is kind of old news at this point, but the Thunder led the whole game except for that last shot, 0.3 seconds.
Yeah, wire to wire.
Homeboy is clutch. You can say what you want about him. He is freaking clutch. He's got the highest percentage of clutch ever, which is crazy.
The crappy thing is that horrible shot against the Knicks is going to count as clutch. That was terrible. This was a great shot, though.
So Pacers have this style where they're a fast pace team. So Thunder just can't keep up with them. The way they spread out the minutes.
Yeah, you get to the fourth quarter and you see a lot of Thunder guys, hands on their knees. They got holding their short. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're bent over. You're a young team. You should be able to run with these boys all day long. All day. And for your MVP, SGA needs to take over them games. You know what I mean? You're a young buck. You're the stud. You're the guy. You're the MVP. You should be keeping your guy in. I mean, Holmgren too. Holmgren's young buck. They spotted him. They sent him down. What was it, last couple minutes of the game? They just locked him.
Oh, Chet? Yeah, he's got to bulk up some muscle or something.
Oh, definitely. He needs some body.
They've outscored the Thunder every fourth quarter.
That's crazy.
So
and that's them running out of gas.
When they went into the fourth quarter that last game down by 5, it was a wrap.
Yeah,
They got no shot.
If you look at the minute distribution, this is probably why they're tired. You got your starting 5 are 35 plus apiece, except for Wallace, Caruso, Hartenstein, and aside from that, nobody's really playing. And if you look at the Pacers, it's pretty evenly spread. So that's probably why they're gassed.
Yeah.
But and going into this series, I would have said the Thunder were the deeper team, but
That's what they were known for, their deep bench.
Interesting. So have either of you guys flopped on your pick? Are you coming over to the Pacers, or are you sticking it out?
I told you it was going to be a good series. I knew they would hang, but Thunder's going to be too much. They can't keep that up. There's been a lot of close games that Pacers have played. They've been through a lot of wars. Maybe it's just taking time for Thunder to get into it. You know what I mean? Because they haven't been in any wars yet. You know what I mean? Indiana Pacers have been in wars from the jump. So it's going to wear down. It's going to take its toll. But they definitely them minutes definitely got to change. You can't do that. There's no way.
No, I'm not flopping. I mean, it's questionable now. I mean, I got some doubts in my mind, but no, you can't. No, I'm sticking with the Thunder. I need the Pacers to prove it.
I told you Pacers were scrappy. I knew they were going to be hanging.
I gave you your chance. Gave you both your chance to come over.
Siakam is that guy.
Yeah.
He's the best player on that team.
He really is.
Halliburton's making the clutch shots, but Siakam's the best player.
When they don't have an answer, they give it to him. He'll score.
Yeah. Is Halliburton going to try and strut for the MVP trophy again? Or is he just going to stand still?
They're going to smack his hand like, no.
Cash or trash, everyone who called Halliburton overrated should have to put their name on it.
Oh, absolutely. That's cash.
It was the league voted.
Yeah.
The players in the league voted.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He was the number
That's
one
crazy.
overrated player.
Who's most overrated now?
Probably James Harden. I don't know.
Oh, I was going to say Tatum.
Oh, yeah, Tatum. That's a good one.
Do you take back what you said about Halliburton being knockoff Tatum?
I can't. I think Tatum's better. Yeah, Tatum's definitely better. When Halliburton scores 20 points, they're 8-0.
Yeah.
Go figure. So it's not even his points that are making an impact.
Fair enough. Ugh. DeMarcus Cousins suspended for the season. Contract terminated after fan altercation in Puerto Rico.
I seen this and I'm like, he's still in the league? What's this?
Yeah, Puerto Rican league.
Puerto Rico league.
Yeah. Things never change, do they?
No. No.
I mean, it goes after a 155-pound fan.
And he's got his shoulders tucked out.
Yeah, grabbing his parts. He's grabbing his parts and flipping the dude off, and he gets dragged off, and everybody's throwing their beer on him. Yeah, it's a good place for him. Send this dude packing.
That's a cute tattoo, huh? A star. Isn't that cute? Anyways.
Is that going to be an issue?
Yeah,
Is that the old Mavs coach?
Yeah, Avery Johnson. And Spurs, I think. Anyways, thoughts on this? It's not surprising, particularly. The only thing that's surprising is that he still plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, not surprising. Yeah, he's always had a bad attitude.
Idiot.
He had a couple good years where he was okay. Maybe he could be one of the top players. But
like when he got traded to who did he go to?
Yeah, he was on Kings,
and then he went to what, Lakers or something? Where the hell did he go?
I think he was on Warriors.
Was it Warriors? Maybe it was
Clippers.
Because when he went to one of them good teams that said, "Oh boy, here we go." And then
pretty sure he went to the Warriors.
And then he got hurt and didn't wind up playing.
Let's find out. Oh, I put baseball reference.
Yeah, he went somewhere good.
He bounced around a lot.
I just saw that picture. He was on the Nuggets. Did not know that. Went to Golden State, Nolans.
Yeah, it was Golden State then. When he
Houston, Clippers, Milwaukee, Denver.
Yeah, he went there, and I was like, oh boy, here we go. But hats off to Puerto Rico. Sending this dude packing. Don't put up with that crap. Send him on his way. That's how it should be.
Because he's probably, to them, he's probably a big name, so it'd be good to have him there. But not if he's interacting with your fans. He's got his middle finger in this guy's face, like trying to punk him. And credit to the guy. I mean, he's half his size, still got up and was like, you know.
Yeah, he never,
But I don't know. Just to be doing this stuff.
Yeah.
So, all right, Darryl, we'll start with you. What are your thoughts on the finals so far?
I think this is probably the best hockey I've ever seen. And going off the comments, they said the same thing. And I said, if hockey was like this every time, I'd probably watch. They were like, oh, this is the best hockey I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I thought it was just me because they're getting it right now.
Yeah. All except for game 3. Every game went into overtime.
That last game that just went off, Florida was in full control. I'm surprised they lost that game.
Yeah, that's basically what I was going to say. If the first 2 games I watched of this series were the first 2 hockey games I ever experienced, I would 100% be a hockey fan. If this was my first experience, these first 2 games, we're texting back and forth, and I'm like, oh, these goalies are insane.
Yeah.
Because that's how they started. They started save. And this is exciting. All but game 3. I mean, this is crazy. This is how all playoff finals should be. Imagine if you got this in football, baseball, all the sports. This is how it was.
These are the best of the best teams.
Yeah,
That's why it's so good.
No more 4-1s. No, you know what I mean? 7 games.
Yeah.
What they have 3 overtimes. I mean, if this was my first experience, I'm telling you, I would definitely be diehard hockey.
I'm honestly about to be a hockey fan after this. All the games aren't going to be like this.
I know, but if this is how I got introduced, I would definitely be.
But back in the day, I was trying to get that NHL Center Ice. This was like 12 years ago. And since we're in the relative area, so I like the Devils. I'm becoming a Panthers fan because these dudes are so much fun to watch. But I'm originally a Devils fan, and they go, well, you're in the area, so it's blacked out for you. So I was going to pay Center Ice, the $10 a month or whatever it was. And they're like, well, you're in the area, so it's blacked out. And I'm emailing back and forth with the guy who worked there. Like, listen, when I turn on MSG, it's either Buffalo Sabres or New York Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not in my area. He's like, what? And he just sent back a delayed, or a generic response. Oh, this is in your area, so there's nothing I can do about it. Like,
what the hell?
Bitch, it's not in my area.
If it's in my area, then put it on cable, sucker.
Yeah.
So I should be able to turn my TV and watch it.
And from that point, I kind of bailed on hockey.
Yeah.
But this is something.
Yeah.
And the 6-1 game.
That's the only one I didn't watch.
The Panthers the Oilers came out and they were playing chippy and kind of dirty and trying to bully the Panthers. That's the wrong team to mess with. They don't give a damn.
I can't believe they haven't been fighting every game. We were talking about this earlier. The way they're playing physical, and I can't believe there's not fights every single game.
There was a fight where this one dude for the Oilers comes up and starts yoking up the Panthers guy. Panthers boy comes in, starts swinging. Oilers guy comes in, starts swinging. It was 5-on-5 fighting.
Nice.
It was pretty awesome. Let me see if I can quick find that, because all 5 from each side.
Jesus.
And you could kind of tell the two dudes. I don't know if I can see.
I'm still not on board with the fighting. I don't understand it. Don't get it.
Should be in every sport.
Not good for the sport. You're gonna injure your best player. Why wouldn't I just have some scrub that can fight come out there?
That. It's called a goon.
And just break somebody's face. And,
goon,
your best players.
Movie.
Like if it was basketball, go undercut LeBron right now and punch him in his mouth.
But that'd be awesome. Different though.
That would be awesome.
It doesn't work that way though. You got to engage, and you both got to be ready to fight. You can't just come and.
You know what I mean? You got to square up.
But why can't I just run behind you and elbow you in the back of the head?
Because you get penalty.
The rules.
Yeah, you get a penalty.
I get penalty. So what? But now your player's knocked out.
Yeah, but when they technically fight, you square up. They drop their gloves and they get it on. Who was that dude from last year? He was a young dude, a rookie. I don't know, the tall guy. They would grab each other. He would grab dude by the and they would just start punching.
We were watching. It was Rangers Devils when they were
that
outside.
Was awesome, yeah.
And the Rangers dude kept picking on the Devils.
He grabbed him by their shirt and he's hammering everybody. He didn't care who it was.
By the way, this jersey right here, E2 Lostarinen, that's going to be hanging up in here when we start doing video. So I'm about to get this one. I mean, you know me, I like weird names. Obi Toppin's going up. And then Lostarinen.
And the other guy, that tight end.
Colson Yankoff.
Hell yeah.
And Yankoff's going right next to Johnson.
You got to get the Grady Dick, too.
Yeah. But if you guys have jerseys, I'll start getting more of those frames, but I'm not going to provide your Drew Brees or your...
You already know what jersey's going behind me when we do it.
What? Colson Yankoff?
Nope, you'll see.
Don't you disrespect Colson Yankoff.
Panthers, baby!
Oh, yeah.
We're not putting Bryce Young in here.
You
better have a Mayfield Panthers jersey behind you.
Hell no.
We could get you Thielen or...
Bryce, baby.
Well, you're providing that.
Are you getting an extra medium Bryce jersey?
And I'm wearing it.
Come in kid sizes.
Every segment I'm wearing it. Pop belly,
you're wearing it.
Yeah, pop belly hanging out and everything.
I thought you meant up.
No, if you're getting a little one, I'm wearing it. I'm wearing a small. Hell yeah, I'm wearing it.
The jerseys only come in those 8x10 desk frames.
I'm putting it on.
That would be hilarious if we set up all these jerseys, but then we get a Barbie doll size one of Bryce Young and put it out.
You guys better start putting some respect on Bryce Young's name.
There's only one Panthers team that matters.
And they're in Carolina.
Carolina, Florida. I don't. All right, Dave and I both picked the Panthers to win before the series. It's a best out of 3 at this point. Two out of 3 will be in Edmonton if necessary. You sticking with your pick?
Yeah. I'm gonna stay with the pick. But I do another thing I was want to say about these guys. They play fast. You see how both of these teams play so damn fast. I've never seen this in hockey. Every minute is fast.
Yeah.
I'm gonna still stay with Panthers though. Panthers are tough.
If you were, let's say you played for the Buffalo Sabres or something, and you're watching these two teams, like, how do you even?
Yeah. It was almost like I stepped on the remote and it was on times 2. I'm like, yeah, these dudes are crazy.
Yeah.
Right out the gate.
It's
Puck
so
drop,
much
they're
fun.
at it. I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
Game 5 is tomorrow night. Game 4 of the NBA Finals is tonight. Man, I'll be watching hockey next year. I promise you that. But I'm gonna stick with the Panthers too, very reluctantly. They blew that game. They blew that game 4, and I don't have much else to say about it other than the backup goalie comes in and basically shuts down the Panthers. And I just blanked on his name. Stuart Skinner's the main goalie. What the hell's his name?
You just said it too before he went on air.
Yeah, and I'm blank. Oh, Calvin Pickard. Okay. Drive me nuts. Jesus Christ. All right, let's talk some NFL. Stop with it. Aaron Rodgers signs a 1-year, $13.6 million deal with the Steelers. He's going to wear number 8 because I assume Terry Bradshaw's number's retired. Has to be, right?
That's his college number anyways.
Yeah. But Terry Bradshaw was 12, so it's got to be retired, I would imagine.
Yeah, better be.
Yeah.
What do you have, 6 rings or something, or 5
4.
rings? Did he?
4
Was it 4?
in 6 years.
Oh, okay.
That's where the 6 is sticking on your head.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dave.
The only thing that drives me nuts about this is he knew 2-3 months ago that he was going. Well, we'll say 2 months ago that he was going to Pittsburgh. He knew that. You know what I mean? Maybe a little bit less than that because there was another team in the making, but he knew he was going to Pittsburgh. He knew there was 2 options.
There was another team?
There was where the hell else was he going? There was one other one. He was holding out for Minnesota because he wanted to go to Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
And I think there was one more. Was there one more?
The Rams were going to be in on him if they.
All right, maybe it was the
Stafford.
Minnesota thing, and then when they bailed, you knew the minute they bailed, he was going to Pittsburgh.
What would you have done if he signed with the Bears?
Oh God, ugh. I'd have to like it. I mean, I liked it when I had to like it when Favre went to Minnesota. So
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think they'll be all right. Do I think he's Rodgers of old? No, but I think he'll fit in fine. They got a good running game. Defense is good. I think they'll do fine. Are they going to the Super Bowl? No. They'll go to the playoffs, so absolutely.
So their odds for making the Super Bowl or playoffs, whatever I seen, didn't change. Same thing.
Yeah.
He looked good in training camp. I seen him going through the drills and what. Yeah, I don't like this, but the reason he signed late is, you remember last year when he was on the Jets and he wanted to go to his getaway to do ayahuasca or whatever, and the whole media, everybody's talking shit about him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's good rapport for your team. It's like, I got to be here.
Yeah. He's always done that, though. I mean, like we said before, if he would have been regular, straightforward dude, he'd probably still be in Green Bay right now.
And not to mention, if you're a receiver, you better not mess up your route.
Yeah.
Mike Williams messed up one route. Let him go.
Young buck
Manning
from
used to be that way though too.
Young buck from
really?
Jets, so could not run a route.
Mike
Garrett
Williams?
Garrett Wilson. He could not run a route.
Well, it was Mike Williams.
No, I know, but Garrett Wilson was way off. You could see Rodgers kind of pointing over, you're supposed to be fading to the left, and great talent, but he couldn't run a route to save his life.
Peyton Manning, there's a famous story when Austin Collie went up for a catch with only one hand, and Peyton Manning just sends him to the sideline. Doesn't even talk to him, just points to the sideline.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah. You got to be that way if you're a quarterback who's going to last. If you're an accurate quarterback, you need them to be where you need them to be. but you guys haven't learned your lesson yet. You haven't. You don't put enough weight on the fact that he was on the goddamn Jets last year.
Yeah.
He's going to throw cash or trash. Aaron Rodgers throw for 4,000 plus yards. It's cash. The Steelers are going to be in the playoffs. They're going to win 11, possibly 12 games with Rodgers. The Bengals are screwed.
What did he throw last year? Mid threes? Like 3,500?
Yeah. Even with the Jets.
Yeah. I think they'll be fine. Like I said, I don't think they're going to the Super Bowl, but I think they'll be fine.
He's got Metcalf.
I can tell you one thing. The Texans better hope that they aren't the 5 seed because they'll bang the Texans.
And the league better hope that Metcalf doesn't learn that over-the-shoulder fade that he was doing to Adams for all them years, because that is undefendable.
Especially Metcalf's probably, 28, 29, like that range.
Yeah.
He's not even that good, though. He's got so many up and he's got so many up and down. He's so up and down.
Yeah.
We'll see. Well, they're kind of a total package, though. I mean, if they had one more stud receiver, they would be the total package. Because
George Pickens.
You know their defense is going to be there. You know that.
George Pickens is another one, though. You can't. The talent versus the
attitude.
problem that he is.
Yeah.
You can't measure that.
Yeah.
He's another one, but yeah, Bengals are screwed.
What running game do they have?
They got their young
Warren.
Warren, yeah.
Nice.
He'll be good.
What's wrong with Warren? I'm not saying he's like Saquon.
30.
He'll be fine.
He's James Cook level, so.
Oh no.
With a good defense, their defense is always going to be good, no matter what.
I said the Bengals are screwed, right? I'll jump right to this.
That's insane.
This is the guy he walked out.
Yeah.
This is the guy I was thinking.
Calls out team, says he won't practice until he signs the contract. Bengals are having salary cap issues. Who would have predicted this? But
boy, that offense is pretty darn good.
Yeah.
What they chose to do. Hey.
Yeah.
They're going to hope
every week.
That's what it's going to be. They just better hope they don't start 0-3 or 0-4 like they did last year.
Yeah, they're screwed.
But as far as this dude goes, this is ridiculous. Bro, you have not proved anything yet. And now what they should do is they should let this dude walk. And as a league, everybody should have the Bengals back and not touch this dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even if they release him, whatever, the Bengals should not. The whole league should have the Bengals back so people won't do this in the future. You haven't stepped on the turf yet for a game, and you're already. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Is his last name Sanders? Yeah. By any chance? Is that a mistake right there?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's insane. Bro, you've proved nothing.
Yeah.
Your green ass coat on. Green
gold jacket, green jacket. Okay. So the thing that also bothers me is that when you're drafting these players, you can't just draft guys because they're good. It's another attitude thing.
And do you ever talk to
draft
them?
the player?
Do they ever do they ever have a sit down with them?
Look at his smug ass face in this picture. He's
is that
I'm the shit.
Seriously, is that something they do? Do they have a sit down with the dude for?
They interview him. They're supposed to.
Oh, okay.
So Cincinnati has multiple contract issues on his hands. If I could remember that Twitter guy's name, guy I had the argument with, I would put him on blast, but I can't. Yeah.
What positions that do play?
Defensive end. Interesting.
Do they have another contract issue with another
defensive end? Yeah.
Huh.
Weird. Yeah. Maybe if you didn't sign T. Higgins or Jamar Chase. Packers released Jair Alexander. Played 7 seasons, 2 All-Pros. Green Bay. I'll throw it to
Why
the
they do that?
He's been problems. He's been going through a lot of problems, contract disputes, and just off the field things, and he's just been a problem for the last few years. So I kind of seen this coming. You knew it was never going to be mended, but a great player, just another guy with a
very good
crap attitude,
leader with the younger guys.
Yeah,
and injuries too, right?
Yeah, injuries too.
But where he'll sign. It's got Raiders written all over it.
Yeah.
They need to load up. Not because of the typical reason that I say players go to the Raiders, but this the Raiders have a hole. They released Jack Jones a few months ago, and I think that'll be a good spot for him Because Raiders are trying to win now, and regardless of his attitude, he's damn good.
Yeah, he is.
So,
But I mean, it's good to Green Bay to shut him off. You know what I mean? It sucks losing the talent, but if you want to keep the good mojo, let him go.
Green Bay is one of those franchises that gets it in terms of, if you're a problem, we're going to get rid of you, and we're going to move the hell on.
Yeah, and they don't care who you are. Yeah.
No. And that's how you got to be. Because if these guys want to be, all about them or get into trouble or anything, just send them off.
Yeah. They don't let anybody hold them
Steelers are like that too.
Yeah. It sucks to lose somebody like that, but oh well.
Yep. Le'Veon Bell, remember him?
Yeah.
J.K. Dobbins signs with the Broncos. Crosstown division rival. He'll be, what's the Broncos depth chart now?
They got the Jamal.
They finally got a running back. Look at that.
Jaleel McLaughlin.
Jaleel,
Is that still
that's
the
his
guy?
name, Jaleel.
See. So, running back. Javonte Williams, Jaleel McLaughlin. So this isn't updated yet. Dobbins has to be the one, right?
It's
At this
got
point.
it, yeah.
It's a good fit. He was decent in San Diego. That's a really good fit.
Bo Nix needs help.
Did I say San Diego again?
Yeah. That's
God
fine.
damn it. Still can't get off the San Diego thing.
This dude's name's Lil Jordan Humphrey. Come on.
Lil Jordan.
Come on.
Pretty good.
Oh, he is, you're saying. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying that's pretty good.
No.
But Broncos contend for division?
Yeah. I picked him without that.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Come on. You still picked the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl.
I just picked them to contend. That doesn't mean that they're going to win.
Oh.
They have a list of offensive ratings of the NFL teams. Broncos are above the Chiefs.
See?
I think that's based on points, maybe.
Contending.
How many points
right
you're going to
there.
score in a season?
It's based on if the team is better. And yes, it is better than the Chiefs, but the Chiefs have the refs still. They didn't trade the refs away in the offseason.
Probably paid him more money.
I didn't even mention this. They had Dave's boy, Travis Kelce. This is why the Panthers lost
I've
yesterday.
seen that this morning.
What the hell? They were at the Stanley Cup game, and they kept showing them.
Yeah, I've
And
seen
then
that this morning.
After the second period, they were showing like a compilation of what happened, and I said to the screen, "Don't do it," and they showed them. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I seen your text this morning. I was like, oh boy, here we go.
Come on. NFL's done. Like, leave me alone. And they kept showing it. It's like, you know what happened, right? Like, what really happened? Do you think they give a damn about hockey?
Oh, yeah. Bring him in. Bring him in.
They were absolutely paid to be there. 100%.
Definitely. They're like, oh, this
There was a goal scored in Taylor Swift's goofy ass. Like,
is that good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why's everyone yelling?
Wrong team, babe. Wrong team.
Yeah. Texans signed former Browns running back Nick Chubb to one-year deal. I had to look, and George Mixon's still on the Texans. They're loading this team up, huh?
Yeah, Chubb is. I mean, this is good for number two. I mean, this is a good two. Little 1-2 punch. Chubb
Texans
still got a little
fans
juice.
should have a Chubb after seeing this, huh?
Chubb still got a little juice in the tank.
Yeah, if he's fully recovered, which I've seen some videos, he looks pretty damn good. So
I know last year he was really on and off. He had a couple good games after I dropped him in fantasy.
His foot stayed here, and his body went that way.
Oh, I'd have quit. I'd have been done. Like, yeah, I'm all done.
It looked like you're never walking again.
Yeah. What happens
in
when you have the best
1974?
doctors?
It definitely
They would kill them. Yeah, I was gonna say they just take it off. We ain't fixing nothing.
Took him out back, shot him
on the spot, cut it off.
Yeah, that's
that was one of those videos I showed everybody I could. Look at this. Oh,
it's almost as bad as the Bills dude. What the hell is his name? The running back? Not McGahee. Was it McGahee? Yeah, it was McGahee. Almost
Ohio
as bad
State,
as
Miami.
that.
Yeah,
because his heel kicked himself in the side of the head. So
he flamingoed.
Yeah,
it was nasty.
Oh god!
Did you ever see that?
Yeah, I think so.
Now I got a question. What the hell are the Bills doing? You got a problem running back. We were just saying the
That's a
other
good one.
day.
If they would have scooped him, come on
We
now.
were just talking about what's their options if they drop this dope James Cook, thinking he's worth top money.
They're
Take
gonna
a
pay
chance
him.
on him.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And at the very least, even if you don't trade James Cook, you don't give him the contract. If Nick Chubb works out, then you don't have to pay him. Let him sit out. Wow.
He'll come around.
But Texans, they got a pretty stacked team. They did get rid of Laramie Tunsil. I know, offensive lineman.
Yeah. Stepping out the room.
Yeah. But
Is that the water boy? Who's that? No, I'm just
left tackle, Hall of Famer, you know. But yeah. Anyways. So I think it's time for why did I pull this up here? Okay.
Cash or trash?
Cash or trash. 8 MLB teams have a shot to win the World Series. To win.
Yeah. Not just compete to win. This was something on ESPN I was watching. I was like, oh yeah, we can give it a try.
Who would those 8 teams be?
No, it's saying, do you think 8 or more, or do you think not 8 have a shot?
Trash. Definitely trash.
That's what I'm saying. I would say trash.
I would say probably one team has a chance to win the World Series.
I'd give 4.
Name them.
Dodgers, Yankees. Give me Detroit. And Philly always stays in the back of my mind because they can get hot. And if they get hot, there is not one team out of any of them teams that wants to play them. If their pitching is on and they're hot, you don't want to touch them.
They got to figure out the pitching.
Yeah, definitely.
Wait, the Mets have the best record in baseball? What
No,
the hell did that happen?
Detroit does.
No, Detroit's 45-25.
Oh, did they jump them?
When did that happen?
They went on a little streak because I know Philly, before their little slide, was in first. Mets suck anyways.
Yeah, I gotta agree with David. I only see maybe 4 teams.
Yeah.
I mean, Cubs too. Cubs is another tough team.
Astros aren't in the mix.
They're always deep in the playoffs, but I mean,
They're leading the
usually
division, but I think they'll win the division, but I don't think they're going to be making any noise when they get there.
Cubs are another team that nobody wants a part of because they got some young boys on that team that can play.
Yeah, but when it all is said and done, it's going to be the Dodgers again.
I don't even think Dodgers are going to make the World Series this year, to be honest with you.
Who's going to be the Mets?
They're going to get bounced by the San Diego Padres just like they almost did last year.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
They're too loaded, top to bottom. They're going to have their struggles, but they're just too loaded.
The Padres record.
It is
right behind them, 1 or 2 behind.
38-29, so 2 games back.
Yeah.
Cash or trash. If the Pacers win, it will be the biggest upset in any sports championship game in history.
I'm going to say this is trash, and I'm going to go with the Giants against the Patriots, Super Bowl. Patriots were 16-0 regular season. Giants were 10-6, and they made that run. Nobody expected that. Down Tom Brady.
I'm going to say this is trash only because you caught a team that's hot. You know what I mean? You caught a team that everything's going their way. They haven't had any true struggles. You know what I mean? Everything has been falling their way.
And are the Thunder really like that prestige team? I know we all.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think Dan said Thunder, but most people say Thunder was going to win.
You still have a young team. You know what I mean? Your leader's young as hell. I mean, I don't think this is that big of an upset. I really don't. Because I mean, we seen Pacers. Pacers just been grinding. Like I said before, if the team doesn't know that the other team is better than them, that's trouble for the other team. It absolutely is. If they don't know they're supposed to lose to Thunder, that's trouble. When you know the other team's better than you,
no, they're not intimidated.
Yeah, they're not at all. They think they're better. They thought the whole time they thought they were better.
Do you have one that's like, oh my God, how did they come back and win that? Like a
in the
Dallas
finals,
Mavericks, Miami.
That's the one I was gonna say.
Oh, really?
The Mavericks over the Heatles.
Yeah, that was pretty.
When they were down
crazy.
15 in game 2 after losing game 1, came back and beat them, and then just the soft mentality of LeBald and his little cronies collapsed, and it was one of the most satisfying finals ever.
Was that their first season together?
Yeah.
Because then he was talking all that we're gonna win 5, 6, 7 championships.
Not one, not two,
and
not three.
everybody was sleeping on Dallas.
Probably got to be when LaFlop beat Warriors when they came back.
Oh yeah.
Nobody thought that they were going to win. I didn't think they had a chance.
Down 3-1.
Yeah, but I think that was fixed anyways. But we won't get into that right now.
Or when Nick Foles took the Eagles over the Patriots.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dropped 41
backup
on him.
quarterback.
Wentz didn't get hurt till late either, did he? Wasn't it late?
Like week 13.
Yeah.
So let us know what your biggest upsets in championship game history. It doesn't have to be NBA
obviously
Finals.
the picture shown here where Pistons beat Lakers.
Chauncey.
Was it 04 maybe?
04. Oh, Raptors. Get out of here.
Oh, those are the biggest odds.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
It doesn't have to be basketball.
These are all finals.
Yeah.
Oh, Mavs were the favorite. And even when they had Shaq and Wade, Mavs were still the favorite? Interesting.
What did Mavs have back then? Jason Terry and Dirk?
Eric Dampier.
Was Kidd on that team?
Ron Butler. No.
Or that was later, yeah. Okay.
They didn't have a
That wasn't
stacked
the
roster.
Brea. That wasn't the
Josh
Brea
Howard.
days, was it?
The what?
The Brea days. The little.
I think
No,
it might
that
have
was
little Italian
that was
looking dude.
The one that they won. Brea's little Spanish guy.
Yeah, a little Spanish looking dude.
Down.
Cutting him up. Just eating him. He's like 5'7", just eating. All right. So I pulled this up for the image, but cash or trash. And Daryl, will start with you since you're such a passionate sports fan.
Thank you.
And I can't imagine what way you're going to go with this.
Is he going to sway me?
I couldn't possibly imagine your response to this.
Am I going to get swayed?
You're not. It's going to be.
Absolutely.
Right. It's black and white for me. I just wanted to hear you guys.
Receive $5,000 or favorite sports team wins the championship that season.
I would definitely be taking the $5,000.
Where really?
Nothing would affect me if my favorite team won.
Oh, I thought you were going
championship.
to swim towards the Saints.
No,
you're going to swing.
Nothing would affect him.
Nothing would affect me.
And all that work that I put in on the Super Bowl bracket, and your ass went with this guy who couldn't give a damn less.
That was my brother's passion. I could feel it. I'm telling you.
Now 5,000 is a lot of money. If you were to say 1,000, I'd have to think about it. 500, I'd probably say the sports team, but that's a lot of money.
I don't know. After thinking about it, I would have to take Yankees to win a World Series. It's been a long time. I'd probably have to say yeah, but it'd have to be in my fashion. I don't want no 4-3. I want them to wax them. I want straight 4 games, 4-0 over LA.
Oh,
I want to beat.
See, for me, it's circumstantial.
Yeah,
because if the Yankees were playing the Phillies, both teams that I like,
give me it all day. Give me 7.
Give me the. Well, I'm saying give me the money then, because I don't give a damn who wins.
Yeah,
I mean, I root for the Yankees.
This is beginning of the season before anything starts.
Got you. Do I get to pick who they play?
No.
That's yeah.
But then the other thing is, then I know all season that they're going to win it, so it's not as exciting.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. That takes away from it. I didn't think of it from that side of it.
And would you sacrifice your best player? Like, how about this for the Yankees? For Judge?
No
in a
way.
World Series.
No chance.
So,
0 chance. Ask me that in 6 years, and I would, because he's almost done.
Because he'll be 40 or whatever.
Yeah.
38.
Not a chance. Like you were saying earlier, the Bills sacrifice Allen for a no way.
I work with a lot of Bills fans, of course, because we're in upstate New York. But I ask Bills fans all the time, would they sacrifice Josh Allen's career for a Super Bowl? One Super Bowl, Carson Wentz style. Would you? And if I could go back and the Eagles never won that Super Bowl and keep Carson Wentz, sorry, Carson, you're my boy. But there was nothing like that. And I have that. I watch that all the time, that Super Bowl back.
But picture the Bills without Allen.
They beat the Patriots too?
God.
But like, if you're the Bills, what if you were to beat the Cowboys in the Super? I mean, you'd have to get the Cowboys.
It wouldn't matter. Now what do you do for the next 5 years when your best wide receiver is who? Exactly.
Coleman,
Keon Coleman,
probably, right?
who wasn't even that good last year.
Dawson Knox.
Man.
Who's that other guy?
Here?
Shakir's
the
your
other
number
tight end.
one? Yeah.
Kincaid.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Man, that would be rough.
But you always have that Super Bowl. And I swear to you.
But is that I never will win a Super Bowl if I don't sacrifice his career or I take my chances?
Take your chances.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no way. Not a chance.
So basically, when you're the Bills and you say take your chances, it means you'll never win a Super Bowl.
one.
Would you sacrifice a Darian Lamb for a Super Bowl? You know every Cowboys fan would do that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And heartbeat.
Yeah, they give their firstborn for that.
Yeah.
Because it ain't never happening.
Until this year. Well, technically next year. But if it's me, I would do that in a heartbeat. Easily. Because Carson Wentz, whether people have short-term memories, but Carson Wentz was Josh Allen 1.0. And he was.
But it's also Carson Wentz. You know about Carson Wentz now what you didn't know then. You know what I mean? Now you know Carson Wentz. But if Carson Wentz went for 5,000 yards every year and passed for 45 touchdowns, and he's been doing that straight for the past
and he just won MVP.
10 years, you'd be like, hell no.
Oh, I absolutely would.
Yeah?
For a Super Bowl, 100%.
So if they said Saquon and your lineman dude you like is gone.
Lane Johnson?
Yeah. They're both done. Career is over, and we'll give you a Super Bowl this year.
Then no, but it's different because it was their first one.
Yeah.
That's why it's different. Would I do it for a second or third? Absolutely not. But I experienced that first one. The second one didn't even feel as good as the first one did.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that would have felt so sweet.
It was hilarious. I was laughing like a maniac.
If I was a Phillies fan, I would have the look on Mahomes' face posted on my wall. You think I wouldn't? That look when he wanted to cry, looked like he just got done tongue kissing his sister. That picture would be on my wall.
Or him getting sacked.
Yeah.
Running for his
absolutely.
life.
The strip sack bitch slap I might have on there.
He's looking at coach. Yeah. Looking at coach, looking at the sideline like, yo, get me out of here.
And he throws it right to DeJohn.
Yeah, why is the backup not in right now? That picture would be on the wall, 100%.
So what about the background to my thing right now? It's been Cooper DeJean picking them off for the since that point. But anyways, so we're all saying, well, Dare obviously would take the money because he couldn't care less. Okay, how about this? Let me flip it on you. What about if your child, $5,000, or if your child wins the dance competition or whatever the Christ kids do these days?
He's still taking the $5,000. Look at his
face. wins first place, and if you don't take, or if you take the $5,000, she's dead last.
I definitely I wouldn't take the money for that. No.
Not for a little dance class?
For if it's like a competition where she can place first
and have a trophy. And
it's not in specific, but I get
something small like that, I'd take that shit.
The 5,000?
Yeah, oh yeah. But like Brandon made it far into states, and the way these kids were heartbroken when they lost by one run, and I would have changed that. There would have been no amount of money to make me not have him win.
Fair enough. All right, let's do a little who you got. Now, who has the greater impact? Who will have the greater impact on their new team in 2025? Now, I'm just taking veteran quarterbacks who are on new teams. Russell Wilson with the Giants, Aaron Rodgers with the Steelers, Sam Darnold with the Seahawks, or Geno Smith with the Raiders.
I might have to go with Geno. Geno's got his coach. You got a team that, I mean, they're not going to win a ton of games, but I think they're going to surprise people. You're saying the biggest upgrade?
Who's going to have the biggest impact? So the Raiders were in last place.
That's what I'm saying. So I think it'll be the Raiders. Do I think Rodgers is going to do well? Yes. I'm hoping Darnold fits in and does well, but you got rid of a couple of his receivers. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Raiders, definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. It's definitely Geno Smith on this list. Aaron Rodgers, obviously, he doesn't. It's a lot of question marks.
And they were good already, so
yeah, it's true. So it's not going to be that big of an upgrade.
You can interpret it that way if you want, or who's going to have the best season of the four, however you want to take it. But who are you taking?
It's definitely Geno Smith. Sam Darnold is like, was it just the team is why he was good?
That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I want to see.
We got to see this year.
Because it'll be Darnold.
Wilson,
if Darnold was really the truth and it wasn't Vikings,
exactly.
it will be Darnold. But you got to see it. You got to be able to see it.
And then Wilson.
Yeah, he's going to be Wilson. He's going to win.
He's going to be benched by week 6.
Yeah, he'll win a couple games, and he's going to be Wilson.
But he'll be Jackson Dart will be starting by week 6. For me, obviously, this is Aaron Rodgers, and it's not really a question.
I hope so.
And the Steelers will be in the playoffs. They'll contend. They'll do a lot better this year than they did last year in terms of being competitive because they were doing very well and then went on a losing streak. And then got blown out, I think, by the Bills, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'll take Rodgers.
So then, are you saying that they're going to win a playoff game? Because
yes, they will win a playoff game. They will beat the Houston Texans in Houston. If they don't get the 5 seed, I do not think they'll win a playoff game because they'll have to play Buffalo, Kansas City, or Baltimore in their house.
I'd like to see that for his last hurrah.
Yeah,
win a playoff game.
Yeah.
I would love to see him. Well, Kansas City will get a first round bye after a margin of victory averaging of 1.7. Give me Rodgers for sure. I think that'll do it for us. Did you guys have anything else? Nope. This was a struggle. You guys both got out of work. I just woke up because I work nights, and this one's been a rough one. All right, thanks for watching. Let us know what you think down below. Share with a buddy, and we'll catch you guys later.